All right, one of the other things I have on here, probably the worst take from Stephen A. Smith I've heard from a while. He
They
said
get worse and worse.
he said DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine aren't a good duo. So I
Uh huh.
want your idea of who the best duo in the league right now is, because um, I think it's between uh, what was it, Rudy Gobert and it's between Rudy Gobert, DeMar DeRozan, and Zach LaVine, and who was the other one? Shit, I don't remember. I'm sorry.
I would
But
say, all right. I would be honest. When the Bulls got Demar, I didn't believe in them. Because Demar on the Spurs was different than Demar on the Bulls, and it kind of sucks to see now because it's like, was DeMar DeRozan holding out on the Spurs and not playing as well as he is now, or was it just that the system didn't work for him?
yeah,
Now we see him in Chicago, next to Vucevic, next to Zach LaVine, next to Lonzo Ball. I did not think this team would be this good. I think that what are they, number one in the East right now?
I
Insane.
think they're number two.
Right behind the Nets, right? I think they're like fighting.
Yeah,
Let me see. Yeah, they're number two, right behind the Nets.
yeah.
One win away. I thought that they would be like a sixth seed, maybe a fifth seed pushing it. I thought the Knicks would be one of the better teams in the NBA. So for duos, man, that's a difficult one because you have so many good ones around the NBA. Obviously, if you asked me 2 years ago, I would have told you LeBron and AD. I don't like LeBron or the Lakers. I
Yeah.
never have, but I have to admit it. That was one of the best duos in the NBA.
Mhm.
They tore up the bubble. Or I could have said Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, but we don't have them anymore because season-ending injuries. So right now in the NBA, I maybe I can't agree with Zach and DeMar DeRozan being one of the better ones because them two together on the court, I don't know how it works, but it just works. And their
Mhm.
defense is good too, which I don't know how it works, but it works. Especially having Vucevic down in the paint. I don't know how, I don't know how it works. But for the best duo, I might go with them honestly, just because I really don't look. I don't like Harden and KD, just because the way
Yeah.
Harden plays, it's just boring to watch, and it just feels lazy when you watch him play. Because a lot of times you'll see him, he just reaches, his guy blows past him, and he's like whatever. So he's not really my favorite guy to watch or duo to watch. The Knicks, they've been disappointing. Uh, Sixers. So I mean, right now the best duo that I can name. I mean, if we're not saying Curry and Draymond in terms of offense together, like you know how they unlock each other's offensive potential.
Yeah.
You could argue for them, but honestly, I have to go with DeMar and Zach because every other duo in the NBA, they're either injured or something's just not working out for them. Like maybe it could have been PG and Kawhi, but we don't have Kawhi this year.
Yeah.
So it's just a really weird. And you could argue Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, they're having phenomenal seasons together, but again, it's just a weird year in the NBA this year, I will say.
Yeah. I think the only other one that's really up there, like I said, is Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell, because I
Yes.
really like uh when with the duo, it's like one is defensive and one is offensive, and you kind of see that
Yes.
with Steph Curry and Draymond Green, and
Yes.
Rudy Gobert has like 3 defensive player of the years,
Oh
and
yeah.
he's like might even win a fourth here soon. And then you
Yeah, he
have
could
Donovan
easily.
Mitchell that has like his shooting ability. And then like again we can throw up the image I was talking about before with the offensive and defensive rating,
We don't need to
and
go there.
uh like the Utah Jazz has one of the highest offensive ratings right now, and is in the doesn't have the lowest doesn't have the best defensive rating, but is up
Yeah.
there with like the Warriors and the Suns and stuff. So
But even with their defense, you know it's gonna come around. They have so many good defenders on that
yeah,
team. And everyone plays defense in their starting lineup except for like Joe Ingles. But even then, they got four other guys. Donovan Mitchell, he was a great defensive player, and he still is. Even though he's undersized, he's still pretty good on defense. Mike Conley, he's getting a little bit older, but he can still keep up with them. Now I do know Royce O'Neal is their primary defender, and the Jazz are a good team because
Mhm.
they have everything that you really need to be a good team. Now, if the Jazz played in Los Angeles or in New York, people would be saying they're gonna win a championship. It's Their location really affects how people view them and how the media thinks about them. So
Mhm.